Hello everyone and welcome to another video. Now in today's video we're looking at something a little bit different. We're looking at an email. So let's take a look. But before we get into the video I do have something to share. Before we get into today's video, I just wanted to tell you that we're sponsored by IPVanish. IPVanish is the VPN with 24/7 customer support, a 30-day money-back guarantee, plenty of international servers, free online storage, and a low price of just $6.49 a month if you click the link in the video description. And it also supports Tor and BitTorrent. So with that out of the way, let's have a look at the contents of this email. Now this was forwarded to me from my dad, and this was given to him, or sent to him, from the email of the sales department from a motorbike shop that he had purchased from in the past. So what I can only assume happened is because that shop has gone out of business, that they either sold or somebody has obtained their customer records and is using it for this scam. So there's actually nothing in this email. All this email says is that we have this password here, which doesn't even matter, and it signs off with the sales department. So then what we have attached is this form.zip. Now this is where the action is going to happen. Now of course if you do get an email like this, the best thing you can do is to just delete the email, just get rid of it and don't worry about it. Don't worry, if you don't do anything with the email, it's not going to do any harm. If you just open it and then delete it, it's not going to do anything, and this is the same if you're an Outlook or if you are using any webmail client. But for the purposes of this video, we are actually going to give this a test. We're going to give it a try, and I have a virtual machine set up, which I have Process Explorer, I have Wireshark, and I have Kaspersky installed on. So we're going to see if it tries to do anything. Okay, so here is the VM. We have it all set up here, and we have our two files. So we have form.zip and form.doc. Now for the purposes, we have Kaspersky turned off for 30 minutes so we can see what this does. So assuming that you had gone through with the email as instructed and you had gone ahead and opened this is what you would see. You would have your file here. So I installed Office 2007 just because it was the only one I have a legit key for, and it'll work fine. It's a .doc extension anyway, which I thought was odd. So we're just going to open it up, and the first thing we get here is we have a couple of things. So first of all, we'll see macros have been disabled. So if you don't know what a macro is essentially a function that somebody can write into a document that can execute a program or something similar, like the equivalent of a program inside a Word document. What they're meant to do is they're meant to set things like the layout, the font, how things might look, but you don't normally need macros in a document. And because of the fact that macros can open by themselves, although the setting's clearly being changed in more recent versions of Office, it can be a bit of a hornet's nest of trouble. So if you see, the reason that this is a .doc file is so they can do this. So this is a fake, it's just a photo, there's nothing particularly interesting about it. All this document has is the macro in it, but we'll read this anyway. So this is a fake My Office pop-up that says you're attempting to open a file that was created in an earlier version of Microsoft Office. If the file opens in protected view, click enable edition and then enable content. See, it doesn't show our macro. Well, it says we have a macro here, but I can't view it. For some reason. So it does have a macro here. I am not entirely familiar with how you would do this. It does seem to have something in it, so we'll just have to assume that the author has put to hide the macro. So has it run things? Yep, I think it did. So what it did there was it sent a bunch of files off. Now if we go ahead and open up Kaspersky, if we turn it on again, so what we'll do, we'll just resume the protection and we can see there that it is on again. We should, maybe I'll open this document up again just to make sure, extra sure that we're infected. No, we won't save the changes. And we'll open it up with the macro enabled. We'll enable the content and we see that straight away it has tried to use PowerShell to do something, so we're going to allow it. We're going to let it do this, and it's just going to keep popping up because it's doing a lot of stuff here. So Kaspersky's picked it up right off the bat, and we can see a little spike in our network activity there. Now, this version of Kaspersky is a cloud-based antivirus, so we can kind of, you know, there is a little bit of network here. But if we go to our Process Explorer, we don't see anything quite yet, but there will be some things that look, let's just say, foreign. Now, we can see that the Microsoft Windows Search Protocol is attempting to get access to malware. So what this is that it is attempting to download more malware onto the system through this little document here. So the only option we have from Kaspersky is delete or block, so we'll block it. But I kind of do want to see what happens, and Kaspersky has killed this. It's funny, it said running virus scan in the corner as if that's just done anything. But it does look as though Kaspersky's doing something. So you can see that Kaspersky's detecting that it has malware, and we can get thing, and we see it has a malicious object detected in here. Basically, I couldn't get this to work on camera. I got it last night. I gave it a try on another virtual machine I had, and what it was doing was downloading what you would consider to be a banker software. So what it was doing was downloading something that was going to go ahead and log passwords that you put in, specifically for financial websites, passwords that you put into your browser, and it's going to send those back to somebody on the other end. So that is not a good thing. That is not what you want going on in your PC. That is not something you want to open from your emails. So basically, the moral of the story here is that if you get an email from somebody, even if it's a sender that you trust, if it's something that you're not expecting, think twice before opening it, because my dad sent this to me when he said, why would this motorbike shop be sending me a .zip file? And I said, well, they wouldn't be. There's no reason why they would want to be doing that. So just forward the email to me and then delete it, was what I said. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. It's a shame I couldn't quite get everything to work on camera, but that is how computers and stuff like that are. They don't always work when you're watching, but anyway, thank you very much for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. Like it if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't, subscribe if you're not subscribed already, and hopefully I will see you all in the next video.